Yo, what's going on guys? In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I got top 3 in the world with the most improved card in Clash Royale. Alright, jumping straight into it here, we're going to be using Hog Executioner. I feel like Executioner is just like such a good card right now ever since the buff. It just can pretty much hit the towers from like the bridge right now, which is just like so insane for like a ranged card like that. I feel like it's pretty much like a magic archer at this point, and also super nice on defense. So definitely a very strong deck in this meta. I feel like a few of the other balance changes also did make a pretty significant impact, like the Mega Knight buff seems to have made quite an impact on the card, as well as like the Prince and stuff like that. So in the first match, our opponent's going to have a Golem deck, it seems like, so going to be interesting to kind of test out how the new Executioner is going to do against these big Golem pushes. Should help out a little bit at kind of killing the support troops with that longer axe range. It is pretty hard to actually DPS down these Golems though, but luckily our Goblins did a really nice job for us right here. I think we're going to be able to defend really well right here. Our Executioner Axe is going to keep on hitting that baby dragon. Really good defense by us. And our opponent's going to play Skelly King right here. Potentially our Executioner could possibly like line up onto it, maybe, and his tower. Not really too sure though, like how long his axe range is going to be now. Pretty good log here. Going to hit the skeletons from his tombstone, and I think our XC will line up on his tower. Yeah, really good XC right there. Going to do so much damage to his tower. Wow, that's crazy. So you can really see the power of the new Executioner right now. I don't even know if we have to spend the Valkyrie on his Skelly King here. I'm just going to try to go with an Ice Spear on it, as well as Goblins kind of saving our Valkyrie for his Golem push right here. So yeah, we don't have any Goblins in cycle now for his Golem push, so it might be a little bit harder to defend this time, but still going to try to pressure a little bit with my Hog Rider in the opposite lane, make sure he can't really spend all of his elixir on this Golem push right here. And yeah, just going to let my Executioner kind of DPS down his Golem right here. Going to go with like a last second NATO onto it, kind of pull it a little bit back. He will go with his baby dragon right here. Gonna kind of try to block the baby dragon with our Valkyrie right there. Gonna kind of work out a little bit right there, but his baby dragon is being a little bit pesky for us right here. Goblins will do a pretty alright job though. He'll get some damage. We have a pretty good damage lead just from that start, so still not the end of the world here. We can't really kill his tombstone too well, so I'm gonna have to just let it kill our Hog Rider right here and probably focus on defense once again. Gonna set up my Executioner right here in the back, just in case he tries to lightning my first Executioner, but we can try to like cycle back to another one pretty quickly. Perfect timing right there on his Goblins. I mean on our Goblins right there, right as he went with the Skelly King in the back, so I think our Goblins do get a bit of chip damage there, as well as our Hog Rider is gonna get 2 nice shots onto his tower. I wasted my Valkyrie there on his Golem just to make sure it dies pretty quickly, and I think our Executioner should be able to defend pretty well here in the left lane against his Skelly King Night Witch. He'll go with the lightning right there on our first Executioner, so I'm going to go with my Goblins right here, as well as the Valkyrie, just make sure his Golemites don't do too much damage to us. He's going to kind of spam the Night Witch there. I don't really think it's going to work out too well for him though. Should be able to just like hopefully NATO everything away and have a pretty nice defense here with the Hog Rider as well, kind of kiting everything back. Yeah, he's going to NATO our Hog Rider right here. So we need like 2 more rockets to win. Don't really know if we can actually afford to cycle a rocket right now though, because this deck doesn't have like the quickest cycle. It does have a pretty good cycle, but not quite as quick as some of the other cycle decks, so can't really go with my rocket just yet. Gonna make sure we defend well first. I'm gonna go with my log here on his tombstone, maybe allow our Hog Rider to get 1 hog hit on his tower, hopefully. Okay, gonna get that 1 really nice hog hit right there. He's gonna go with the lightning though on our Valkyrie, so I'm gonna go with another Valkyrie here, just make sure his Golem doesn't take our tower before we end up chucking our rocket onto his tower. And yeah, that should be game. Really nice game here, and really just showing the power of the new Executioner. Quick interruption. Today's video is sponsored by Marvel Strike Force. Marvel Strike Force is a mobile squad RPG with an expanding roster of characters from the Marvel multiverse. New users can unlock Thor, Loki, Rocket Raccoon, and Groot, all for free for a limited time. So this is a very interesting and interactive game, kind of similar to Clash Royale in some ways, so I think a lot of you guys will enjoy it. The Age of Apocalypse has just arrived in Marvel Strike Force. Level up to unlock Apocalypse's legendary horsemen in special events all throughout the year. The next horseman to ride in is Rogue, so basically you can choose the difficulty level of her famine event for fun and rewarding challenges. Collect and battle with heroes and villains from all across the Marvel multiverse. Download Marvel Strike Force today and level up. Once again, thank you to Marvel Strike Force for sponsoring today's video. Alright, in the next match here we do have a little bit of an awkward cycle, so I'm going to play my Ice Spirit first play, just get a little bit of chip damage hopefully. He does have E-Spirit here. Seeing the E-Spirit could really only be a few different things. He does have Snowball as well, so I'm pretty sure he's playing Mega Knight. Mega Knight actually made a pretty big comeback recently, ever since the the little buff it got. I feel like it's actually a pretty decent buff, and also the Ram Rider did get buffed as well, so that's also another pretty decent card right now. Gonna go with my Ice Spear here as well, make sure it doesn't get any damage onto our tower. I feel like it's a little bit risky to let those Ram Riders go ever since the charge buff that it got, to where it starts charging quite a lot quicker than it used to. So pretty nice defense here. I feel like Ice Spear should be a very good card in this deck to be able to kind of stop these Ram Riders and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to rocket his Archer Queen, a little bit of an awkward play, but I don't really have any other great response to it. I don't want to waste my Valkyrie and all of that stuff. I kind of want to save it for his other group spam units. So he's going to go with his Ghost in the back right here. I'm just going to try to let it go, hopefully, and maybe try to get a King Tower activation off of it, potentially. Going to Hog Rider right here, make sure he can't support it, but he's still going to go with the Ram Rider anyways. He only has a Queen on defense against our Hog, though, so should get a good few shots on his tower. Really well played by us right there, and perfect defense with our Valkyrie plus Log. I'm probably going to try to go with my Ice Spirit plus Goblins right here, maybe freeze the Queen before he has the chance to go with the ability. Yeah, super good Goblins right there by us. Should get also a little bit of damage onto his tower. He's surprised about it, I guess. Yeah, really well played by us right here. We can always Rocket Cycle him to kind of finish him off here if he tries to defend really well. Definitely not over yet, though. It's really hard to defend his Archer Queens, especially in this matchup, so definitely not going to be the easiest thing right here. He's going to MK onto our Hog Rider. I might try to just activate my King Tower against his Bandit, make sure we have a pretty good defense against his big pushes right here. Yeah, really nice King Tower activation right there. I'm going to go with my Valkyrie kind of lower right here, just make sure all of our towers are going to be kind of targeting his Mega Knight. And I think our Valkyrie should be able to hopefully kill his Ghost as well. Just going to go with my Rocket on his Archer Queen. Didn't really have the best cycle to defend it. Don't really want to play my Goblins right onto it, because I feel like Goblins get kind of shredded by the Queen unless you support them with like an Ice Spear or something like that as well. So I'm going to go with my Goblins here on his Ram Rider. Just going to log it away as well. Should be able to defend it pretty well, and I think it should do a decent job against his Bandit as well. His Bandit might dash onto our tower. I'm going to go with a bit of a late Valkyrie. Not the end of the world for us though, since we already took some damage in the opposite lane as well. I'm going to NATO his Queen into our Valkyrie, make sure he can't really get like a Mega Knight in front of it or anything like that. And yeah, should be pretty good on the defensive end. He's going to log as well, just make sure his Queen doesn't do any more damage than it really has to. I'm going to play my Valkyrie right here. We could probably just go with like a NATO onto his Ghost, make sure it doesn't like deal much damage to our tower right there. We're going to get one shot, but still going to be a pretty nice defense overall. I'm going to kind of Hog Rider in the middle right here, make sure his Bandit doesn't dash onto our tower. He'll go with his Mega Knight right here, so I feel like Executioner is also really good against these big Mega Knight pushes right here. You can't really go with the Queen behind it since we have the Executioner kind of supporting everything. I'm going to go with my Ice Spear here on his Queen, just going to log it as well, make sure it doesn't get too close to our tower. It'll get a couple shots, but still pretty good defense overall. Sometimes with this deck you do have to take some damage since it is a little bit of a heavier deck compared to other Hog Cycle decks. Hog Rider might get one hit on his tower. Yeah, really nice Hog Rider right there. I probably could have nated his Ghost into his tower, kind of. I'm going to try to do it right here, maybe for like one Executioner shot. Yeah, really good Executioner shot right there. You can see like, it's so easy to get chip damage now with the Executioners ever since the range buff that it received. I'm going to XE in the back right here against his Queen, just because we have a little bit of an awkward cycle right now. He's going to pop the Queen ability, but it's a little bit early, so I don't really think it's going to fully take out our Executioner. And you can always fully counter the Ram Riders with like a simple Goblins plus Ice Spirit, so that's a really good trade for us right here. Executioner almost took it right there on his tower, but he had to go with the E-Spirit as well, so he just barely defended. Gonna get a middle Valkyrie right here, hopefully defend his Ghost as well as his Mega Knight, kind of just like distracting everything right now. Really good for us right here. I'm probably gonna go with my Rocket right away and get a really nice win here against Mega Knight, and that'll be a good game. Alright, in the next match here, I'm not really sure what this guy's playing, so I'm going to go with my Log first play right here. Sometimes when you're playing Hog Executioner, it's okay to like wait a few seconds before making the first play, but I'm going to play just a little bit quicker here just for the sake of the content. So he's going to have a Dark Prince plus Tornado right here. Could be like some type of E-Giant deck or like a Graveyard deck maybe. I know E-Giant did get a nerf recently, but I think it's still a pretty decent card because only the reflection damage to towers got nerfed, not like reflection damage to troops, so it's still a pretty nice card. Really good King Tower activation there against his Dark Prince. Really good placement to activate your King Tower against either like a normal Prince or like a Dark Prince as well. Really good for us right here. Seeing like the Fire Spirit and everything, I think it's going to be an E-Giant deck right here, so definitely going to be one of the most challenging matchups for this deck, but maybe after the E-Giant nerf we're going to have a little bit more of a chance than we would have previously had. Yeah, this is Golden Knight as well, so probably going to be E-Giant. By the way guys, I will go on vacation for like a couple weeks, probably by the time this video is out I'm probably going to be on vacation for like 2 weeks, so Might not upload as much in that time. I'm definitely gonna try to get some videos out on like the 20-win challenge and stuff like that for sure, so be on the lookout for that. Alright, so yeah, pretty slow start right here against this E-Giant deck, but gonna have like a pretty good King Tower activation, and at least we didn't really take any damage from him. So he's gonna play his E-Giant right now. I'm gonna go with my Executioner right here, just making sure we have at least some good DPS on it since we wasted our Valkyrie. Can't really go with my Goblins straight onto his E-Giant since they would just like pretty much just get destroyed by the reflection damage. Gonna log as well. Hopefully our King Tower helps out a little bit. Doesn't really do much there, but still gonna defend, taking minimal damage right there. The E-Giant doesn't really do too much damage ever since the reflection nerf, so not really too bad for us right there. And our Hog does somehow get one shot on his tower, allowing us to be in the damage lead once again. Gonna go with my Ice Spear, kind of up high there against his GK. Really good Ice Spear there, gonna pretty much fully shut it down. Gonna go with my Goblins as well, kind of want to save my Valkyrie for his E-Giants. Probably gonna have to waste it here on his Dark Prince, though. We do have Executioner as well, though. Just have to always make sure we either save our Executioner or our Valkyrie in hand for his E-Giant pushes. I'm gonna go with my Executioner right here. I kind of expected him to go with the E-Giant into the opposite lane, but we do have a Tornado right here to hopefully pull everything together. Yeah, really good defense right here. And we can also log it back. I feel like the Ice Spirit Freeze is super nice against these E-Giant pushes. Kind of our only saving grace right here. Yeah, really good defense right there. And the E-Giant reflections aren't really doing too much damage, so we're in a pretty good spot here, I'd say. Gonna go with Goblins as well. Hopefully force out some extra elixir from him than just the cannon. Gonna go with an Ice Spirit here against his Dark Prince. Gonna just go with my log right here as well, just to cycle a little bit more. I'm gonna go with the Valkyrie Hog Rider push here since he has no cannon in cycle. Should do a pretty good job at hopefully getting a little bit of damage onto his tower. Hog Rider will get 1, 2, and maybe even 3 shots there. Okay, just gonna be 2 shots there, but really nice for us anyways. Not really sure why he didn't spend his Tornado there. Maybe he had like really low elixir at the time. Really nice defense by us. And also really good offense as well. So I'm gonna go with my Valkyrie here against his E-Giant and his little bit of HP Golden Knight. I'm gonna have to NATO his E-Giant back right here. He spent the Lightning, so I'm gonna have to probably spend my Goblins right here as well. Not really ideal, but should be able to shut it down pretty okay. And yeah, he's getting little E-Giant zaps here and there, but not really doing too much damage as they may have used to do, so that's pretty good for me. Executioner actually splashed his tower right there, so that's really just like showing how far of a range it now has. I'm gonna go with my Valkyrie here, kind of pulling the Dark Prince to the middle, but should also pull the Golden Knight as well, I think. I'm gonna go with an Executioner, kind of low as well, make sure we don't really kind of stack everything together too much. Really good Ice Spirit there, preventing his GK from dashing onto our tower. And yeah, really nice defense overall right here. I'm pretty sure he has no mirror in his deck, seeing like that he has Dark Prince and the Golden Knight, so that's at least one good thing for us here. I'm gonna spend my XC against his Inferno Dragon, and Dark Prince can also freeze it. He makes sure our Executioner doesn't die right away. I'm gonna spend my NATO as well against his E-Giant, make sure it doesn't get too close to our tower. Okay, actually missed his Lightning right there. He spent a Lightning on nothing in the top left corner there of the arena. That's really nice for us. So I'm gonna go with the Rocket onto his tower since he just like fully wasted that Lightning. That's really good for us here. I can also go with the Hog kind of behind this, or kind of in front of this 1 HP Executioner. I'm gonna kind of block the right lane with our Executioner. I'm gonna go with my Valkyrie here in the opposite lane as well, make sure that he can't really do too much hopefully. He's gonna go with the Lightning onto it though, so gonna be a little bit sketchy here. I'm gonna Rocket on defense since he doesn't really have any way of getting damage onto our tower besides a Lightning, so I don't really think he's going to be able to break through at this point. Yeah, I can't believe we actually won this game. Running NATO his GK as well, make sure it doesn't get any crazy dash onto our tower. And yeah, that will be a good game. Alright, hopping in the next match right here, I'm going to go with my Hog Rider first play. Always the best starting play with any type of Hog Rider cycle deck. Our opponent does have 3 Musketeers here, so could be some type of 3 Musketeers Elixir Collector deck most likely. So I'm gonna go with my NATO right there against his 3M. Always the best play you can make against it. Always the best idea to try to save your Rocket if possible, to kind of use it against their Elixir Collectors instead of being forced to spend them on the 3 Musketeers. Really good defense right there. I'm not really sure what version he's playing though. He could be playing like an Elixir Collector version or like some other version with like spam cards and stuff like that. Not really too sure. I'm gonna play my Valkyrie here against his Golden Knight. Should do a very good job against it. I feel like Golden Knight isn't really too good ever since the HP nerf. It's still a pretty good card, but it does get countered a lot easier. So he does have Royal Hogs right here. Probably not gonna have any Elixir Collector in his deck, so at least that's one nice thing for us, because I feel like Rocket is pretty bad against Elixir Collector. Pretty nice King Tower activation there against his Hoggies. Couldn't really do too much else since we had a pretty bad cycle right there, but still gonna be in a pretty nice spot there after that King Tower activation. Should be Should be like a lot easier to defend his later sets of Royal Hogs after that. He does have Hunter in his deck, but that's honestly pretty fine by me. I feel like Hunter's pretty bad against Hog Rider. It does fully counter it, but it always takes like one Hog hit on their tower, so that's pretty nice each time for us. I think Executioner should do a pretty good job here against his Ice Golem Hunter push. And should also probably bait out a little bit more elixir from him. He'll have to Barbarial onto it. And you can see like how scared our opponents are of the Execution. They always want to kind of counter it before it even crosses the bridge so it doesn't get like some lucky axe throw onto their tower. I'm not going to try to save my Valkyrie right here. Instead of wasting it on his Ghost, just make sure we have it in cycle for his Golden Knight. So it's going to give us pretty good value on our Valkyrie. You're going to go with my Valk finally killing his Ghost, and should be able to kill most of his Golden Knight as well. He'll spend his Royal Hogs right. I'm going to go with the Rocket onto them. And we always have the Tornado plus like log and everything on his 3 Musketeers if we ever need it. Gonna have to log his Hunter there though. Pretty nice log overall. Gonna pretty much fully counter it. I'm gonna let his Golden Knight go right here since that's our strong side tower. Should be pretty fine by me anyways. Gonna NATO all of his 3 Musketeers into the same lane right here. Probably gonna have to like spend some heavy unit. I'm gonna go with my Rocket right here. I kinda wanna save my Valkyrie since I know he has like Royal Hogs in his deck. I don't want to spend my Executioner if I don't have to. So yeah, I'm not really afraid to rocket his 3 Musketeers here since I know he doesn't have any Elixir Collector in his deck. He'll go with Hoggies here. I'm going to go with my Ice Spree here, kind of stunning them, allowing our Executioner to hopefully kill them pretty easily. And should be able to also tank his Golden Knight pretty well here, I think. I'm going to DPS it down pretty easily ever since the GK nerf. And I think our Executioner just barely doesn't get any shot there on his 3 Musketeers, but I think Valkyrie should do a nice job against them. Yeah, pretty good for us right here. I'm going to go with another Hog Rider right here, just make sure we always get that nice Hog hit each time against his Hunter. You can't really ever stop our Hog Riders fully, so that's pretty nice for me. Really good Goblins placement against his Royal Ghost each time. I'm going to also go with like a really nice Executioner plus log there against his Royal Hogs. So I'm going to go with another Hog Rider here. Going to probably go with a NATO if he tries to play a Hunter onto it. Yeah, going to NATO right here. Should be able to buy us one more Hog hit, and that'll be good game. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!